healthy doesn't always mean we're actually getting the most important nutrients that we need. So here with the top superfoods of 2019 to make sure that we are is author of Superwoman RX, Dr. Taz Bhatia, and she is a superwoman to us. Welcome back, doctor.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome back.
Happy to be
here. This is great.
So you're going to tell us about a lot of superfoods that are trending in 2019.
Yes.
So why are all these superfoods trending now?
Well, here's the deal. You know, superfoods, bite for bite, pound for pound, have more nutrients than the foods we're getting in our daily diet. And these are nutrients we need. We need them for our gut, our brain, our hormones, and so many other processes in the body. And all of you, I'm sure you guys know this, we all try to be healthy, but we often can't get all the healthy foods into our diet every given day. So this is a way to bridge that gap, bridge the gap between what your body needs and what we're actually able to give it.
I mean, before we get into all these, why are they called superfoods? Is it because
they're high in things like iron, antioxidants, high in fiber, high in healthy fats, high in protein, and that's all the good stuff that keeps our bodies humming and moving and keeps our metabolism where it needs to be.
Kind of a lot of bang for the buck, right?
Totally, yes.
For sure. And like, I mean, so many people out there concentrate on just protein, carbohydrates, fats, like just the macronutrients.
Right, exactly.
Meanwhile, these have so many other things that we need. Let's start with the first superfood you say we should be eating in the new year. It's in my fridge. I'm so happy.
So proud.
You know what I mean?
I'm so proud of you.
I feel validated. Let's talk about ghee.
So this is ghee. Ghee in Hindi means fat. So ghee is essentially a clarified butter, and this is how it's made. It's boiled, the solids are removed, the liquid's allowed to evaporate, and what you're left with is this really nutty, warm, deep yellow butter that tastes delicious, but is critical for the brain, the gut, the hormones to help all those pathways work the way they're supposed to.
Interesting.
Ghee helps us make a big word here, something called butyrate, but it's important to know that because that balances the gut bacteria, and so many people this time of the year are trying to lose weight or manage their weight, but you have to have the right gut bacteria to do that. So ghee is essential for that.
It's so helpful to hear this.
So how much ghee should we be eating, and how should we be eating it? Should we use it just like we would with any other butter?
So here's how I would use it. Ghee, remember, is still a saturated fat, but is a stable fat. So you can use it as a spread, a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon a day. You can use it to cook, on toast, a bagel. You can use it to cook. You can put it in your smoothies. You can put it like in a bowl of oatmeal or an acai bowl. I mean, there's so many great ways to use it, but you do want to keep it limited to that amount. You don't need a lot.
See, for somebody, and people that have sensitivities to butter, like I do, I can actually have ghee. I can eat ghee without any trouble, and it helps me, whereas butter actually hurts. And we talked a little bit of...
casein's removed.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
Yep.
Also, the fact if you can find grass-fed ghee, it's a lot. It's a step even better.
It's a step above because grass-fed, again, we have that high omega-3, omega-6 ratio, which is really what we need to support the gut and the hormones.
Omega-3 for your brain.
For your brain, for inflammation. I could go on forever.
Okay, next up is these great nut oils.
So people don't really know too much about nut oils. We forget about them, but nut oils are things like almond, hazelnut, macadamia oil. Again, they're going to help your gut bacteria. They're going to boost your metabolic rate, and they have a high omega-3, omega-6 ratio. So it's important to know that because that's what reverses inflammation. So instead of using a lot of vegetable oil or canola oil, this is a great alternative. We know almond oil, for example, really helps us to raise the good cholesterol, the HDL cholesterol, helps us to lower HDL cholesterol, and really improves our cardiovascular risk. So again, it's a superfood for those reasons. You've got all these different functions in one tiny little amount of oil.
So will we use these to cook as well as using as salad dressings?
Yes, you can use them to cook. Most of them have a high set point, especially macadamia oil. Almond oil is high in vitamin E, so you can use it on your skin, your hair. It's protective against the sun. So again, multi-purposes for some of these things.
I love these different points that you're accenting here. I have to say this, as you all know, I mean, I take my diet pretty seriously.
Very seriously.
I go to a functional medicine doctor to stay healthy and everything. Here's the one superfood coming in 2019 that I need a little help with: seaweed.
Seaweed.
I can't believe that.
I know.
I eat this every single day, and you don't eat this?
I'm low in iodine. I mean, my doctor has told me that I need to increase
iodine is so hard to find. So seaweed is chock full of antioxidants, iodine, and fiber. And iodine is really hard. Again, trying to be healthy, it's hard to find a great source of iodine. Seaweed is the answer to that. Seaweed is really high in iodine. Iodine is protective against the thyroid. It's preventive against breast cancer. And it helps so many women out there today who are struggling with estrogen, being in a high estrogen state. Actually, even men. I shouldn't limit it to women. And so iodine is going to help us with all those different functions, and we need it in our body. So this is a great way to get it in.
I put this in Alexandra's lunchbox almost every single day, the dried seaweed. But
Alexandra eats one of these superfoods, and I don't.
You don't, which is
She's ahead of you.
She's only 4.
She's ahead of you.
So are the benefits equal with the dried and the fresh?
So there's one important difference. So with both the dried and the fresh, you're going to get the antioxidants that help protect you against environmental chemicals. Seaweed's known for that. You're going to get the iodine that we talked about that helps with thyroid and some of these other conditions, but you're not going to get as much fiber. And fiber, remember, when it comes to metabolism, when it comes to weight, is important. It keeps us full. It keeps us from eating too much. So that's the only difference. So seaweed salad is probably our favorite, but there's so many other ways to have seaweed as well. There's even dried seaweed where you can sprinkle it like on popcorn,
I know,
or on other little goodies, and your kids will never know. So there you go.
There's so much to talk about here. We have so many good things to get to, so I'll move it along. The next Goji Berries we're going to talk about, closest thing that we can get to a fountain of youth.
Yes, if you want to reverse your age, that's what you take. But Goji Berries, here we go. They're trying to get a head start here. But Goji Berries,
I didn't know they made you young.
They do. They've been used in Chinese medicine for thousands of years. It's in all the old textbooks. Goji berries have actually one of the highest antioxidant concentration of any berry out there. They're high in vitamin C. They improve brain health, so they improve connectivity, brain fog, which so many people today complain about, and they actually were used in Chinese medicine to prevent aging of the brain. So they are just such a superfood for so many different reasons. That high vitamin C is also going to be anti-aging. We already know that about vitamin C, right? So it's going to help our skin health. It's going to help promote collagen formation. So talk about wrinkle prevention and so many other things.
Debbie's just pounding the Goji berries.
She's going to eat the whole thing before we're done.
She's going now.
And it also has beta carotene, which also helps skin health, immunity, vision, so many other great benefits.
They're a perfect protein, right?
They are. They have some protein in them, but really what they're known for is that super, super high antioxidant concentration.
So how many Goji berries really would be eating?
You know, if you have about an ounce a day, then that's about the right amount to kind of get some of these healthy benefits. Now, again, it's hard to do something every single day, so maybe do a couple of ounces 3 times a week.
And I just want to point out, before we get to our last item here, I have made changes in my diet, including some of these like the nut oils and the ghee and things like that, and the Goji berries. And we talked about, and it has literally helped my health and just the way I feel day in and day out so substantially. I'm telling you, my own experience, especially with respect to inflammation, inner inflammation, it's made such a difference.
Small little changes.
And so many people struggle with health issues, but they don't understand how powerful food is and how strong inflammation is prevalent in every condition we see today. So it's really important to understand how these things influence it.
I can back that up in my own experience for sure. Okay, let's talk about chia seeds. I have literally this package in my fridge.
Yep, I do too. So chia seeds are tiny, but they are powerful. We've got a triple threat of high protein, high in healthy fat, and high in fiber. And all of that is doing some critical things for us. Remember, protein regulates our appetite. It helps our brain and our muscles. The healthy fats, again, we're talking omega-3s, helps to reverse inflammation. And then we've got the fiber in there. So again, we're feeling full, we're metabolizing hormones better. It is the easiest thing to put into your smoothies.
That's what I was going to say.
You know, to put into your cereals, to sprinkle in when you're baking.
Even on top of your salads.
On top of your salads.
They kind of have a little crunch.
Yeah.
And don't they expand?
They expand.
They become like almost like those boba things.
Have you ever made chia seed pudding? It's just fun. It's like, okay, wow.
So maybe that's why they call it a chia pet. Is that why? Because
maybe that's why. I never thought of that. I love it. Yes.
Doctor, thank you so much for all this information.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
For more information on Dr. Taz, please visit her at drtaz.com.